Wu or G. A lot of people know me about G, right? But listen, I'm happy, y'all. I'm happy, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because everything that I was told to get up here and to talk about and to say, even when a lot of stuff you couldn't find written because it was hidden and all that type of stuff, I'm being proven right that everything I've been saying is true. And the next thing is that I got a piece of candy too. I'm eating a piece of candy. The next thing is that the Most High chose me out of a lot of, not just me, but I'm one of the people that he gave information to. And I had no problem with telling y'all what was coming into my mind, right? So, how many of y'all remember when I did the video a couple years back and I told y'all that every movie star, every rapper, every singer, every sports figure, every government figure, from the mayors, the governors, everybody, had a hand in that wicked, satanic shit they was doing, right? They all of them know what's going on, right? Y'all remember when I did that? Well, look at that. Isn't them Epstein files just giving up all the good old juicy juice? Isn't it proven that the Most High told me to tell y'all that it was a lot going on besides just who you think it is, the people that they point fingers at? Getting that? Okay. So now we know it's all of them. If you took a vow in that system, and let's just say you ain't in it yet, but you took that vow, the minute you start climbing is the minute that they start showing you more and you get approached. Because the thing is, you're not going to have that kind of money and they not going to have control over your ass. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So, I'm happy about that. The next thing I'm happy about, and I'm going to keep telling y'all this, I'm happy that he's getting these motherfuckers off our land. And us as a people, if you know or you don't know, stay grounded, stay the fuck out of it. Work on trying to join bonds with your own people, trying to come together. That's what we need to be working on. Us. Fuck what they gonna do. Because at the end of the day, they still don't fucking like us. And the only reason why they crying and trying to get us to help them is because they know we can. And if a lot of us really pay attention to why they crying for us, they're literally telling you, they're telling the truth without telling the truth. Because you got to think about it, right? If we just some big mouth people that can just go down the street and make a bunch of fucking noise like they are, what is that going to do? It ain't going to do shit. But if we are the heirs of this land and everybody know it, but not all of us, why not beg you to help us? Why not? We need your voice, because our voice has power. Our voice can stop it. See what I'm saying? Our voice can stop the whole thing. They know that. That's why they keep getting on the fucking internet talking about you gotta help us. You gotta your voice. Why? You really think that they getting on the internet crying and begging you to come to help them so they can just hear you scream, this ain't right with them? Imagine that. No, y'all voices got power. Like when they tell you the name of that idol that a lot of us is in love with, that the name don't even exist, but yeah, that name has power. Well, I'm telling you that your voice has power, right? So stay the fuck out of it. Mind your business, right? That's that. You know what I mean? Let's work on us. Let's get the hearts of the sons back to the fathers. Let's do that so our little men can stop running around killing each other and, doing all the bullshit that they're doing. Let's do that with us. Let's spend money amongst each other. And listen, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Straight out truth. Them prison houses will be open, right? They will. The prison houses will be open. That's jails. And a lot of people will be released, right? Now, y'all know just as well as I know that a lot of our people ain't, wrapped too tight. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell y'all how this is going to go. And I'm going to show y'all exactly how this is going to take place, because very soon we're going to be the ones with the reins, are pretty much like how you lead a horse. That's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be the ones with the reins leading. All right. Ain't gonna be that many people outside. It's gonna be some of those people here, but not as many as they are now. But the criminal element of our people, right? Some of us did things out of necessity, meaning they damn near ain't have a choice, at some point. And then some of us did it because they wanted to do it, And they are going to be given an ultimatum. Now, this is the thing. All of us will have land. You will not have what you call money. You will have assets. And whatever you produce on your land, that asset, you barter, trade, sell, however you go. Gold, silver, things that have value, some type of value, tangible stuff, not a piece of fucking cotton with a damn tattoo or some damn demon face on it, right? So the laws of the Most High will be set in stone, meaning if you steal, you will have to return what you stole and pay back a percentage on top of that. You know what I mean? If you kill and there's not a justification for it, meaning that you take somebody's life and they weren't trying to take yours, or you did it because you call yourself drilling, you will be drilled. High's laws do not have room for a what if. You know what I mean? So they will be given an ultimatum. I'm being honest with y'all. They will. They're gonna tell them, look, this is what your bloodline has. Do right by your people. You decide you want to run around still be an asshole, then that's your problem. I'm gonna tell you another thing, because at very soon, which I think it probably be 2030. I think it's gonna be very soon that we're gonna be quiet and still, and no one will make us afraid, right? Meaning we ain't gonna be worried about no fucking cops. We ain't gonna be worried about nothing, right? And I think, I'm gonna be honest with you. Matter of fact, I'm almost certain that there's gonna come a time where we're gonna be so pretty much free that, alright, so you know there's a part in the scripture that says that the other nations are going to say that they're impoverished and they're going to gather themselves together, right? And it says, or they say, well, let us go and take a spoil, right? Let's go rob these motherfuckers, right? And it talks about us being at rest. And then it says that they're going to come like a storm, right? Millions of them, right? And if you're paying attention to the read, it says one part of the city will be taken and put in captivity, right? Think about that for a second before the Most High's anger come up in his face, right? I want y'all to think about what I'm about to say to y'all. He said the first part of the city will be taken and they will be put in captivity. It says, you know, they're going to be, I guess, moving on to take everything. And it says, then the Most High's anger is going to come up in his face, right? And that's when he comes down and stand on the two mountains and split the land in half, right? I want y'all to think about something. There's a part before this happens that says, woe unto them that hide behind a tree, devouring swine's flesh, right? It also is a part that says, anyone caught in the wrong apparel will be thrust through by the edge of the sword, right? So now I want you to sit back and look at where we live at and what we got going on, right? Your areas. Now that everybody is gone, we're at rest, there's no bullshit going on, you know, everybody living. Actually, everything's going better. Do you know that there still will be an element of us that still want to be out here doing the same dumbass shit? Yeah, think about it. Because just because people leave don't mean that situations leave, things leave, you know, stuff that's going on leaves. So what if just one part of the city is the people that's still out here indulging in the bullshit, still going to church, worshiping you know who? Now, and this is a funny thing. Now, the people that have to relinquish everything, they go on the national, on the world TV and tell you, we sorry. The God we gave you is not real. You know, We use him to subdue you, blah, 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 whatever. They tell you the whole thing about the whole lie, right? Your God has nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? He don't even fuck with us, right? The whole thing. And we knew, long as we kept your ass in sin, with like when you join the military and they tell you to cut your beard off, that is a breaking of the Most High's law. When they sit there and they promote shrimp, crabs, lobsters, shit like that on TV, you got your ass out there eating all that nasty, devoured ass food, right? They got all this shit they showing you that keep you in sin, right? And they knew that. And then the worst thing is when you go to a damn church and you worship that false deity. That's like the worst thing you could do. That's the worst thing you could do, because that's like, remember I told you, that's like your dad taking care of you and you give all the fucking credit from your dad to another man. Right? That shit is the worst. Even if you did it to your mother, that's still, it's one of the worst things you could do, right? And y'all still doing this shit. Talking about y'all holy, and the other people, like people like me or whoever, where, you know, giving thanks for the land, giving thanks for the water, you know, giving thanks for the plants, things like that. We're literally in tune with the vibration of the earth. We're not going into a church singing hymns and doing motherfucking crackhead dances or whatever, or having fucking seizures in the middle of the damn floor and eating swine's flesh and this and that. And I'm just saying, what if that's what that first part of the city is doing, and they think they holy, following behind pastors and stuff like that, and then this happens, and boom. Well, that first part of the city, they go in captivity because they never stopped doing the shit that they were doing, the shit that their slave masters taught them. Just like when they left, you know, when the witch con, when they left out of Egypt and they made the golden calf and all that. You know what I mean? Remember all that? He said, my people have corrupted themselves, right? And he said, let's go back worshiping the calf and this and that. What if it's like damn near the same fucking thing, y'all? And he allowed that first part of the city to go into captivity, and then when they decide they want to come and try to attack the actual righteous people, the people that are doing what they're supposed to do, now his anger come up in his face, and all hell breaks loose. Because when you read that in Ezekiel, it never says that he free the people. It never says that. It just says his anger come up in his face after they keep moving. And we tell you that we gonna be burying their ass for 7 years. So I'm just saying, y'all. Well, I'm gonna leave y'all alone with that one. And I'll come back with another one soon. So long.